They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go again with Rawls. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Flushed out right, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Bullock will put this one through, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So after slogging through a scoreless first quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these two offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last scoring we're going to see.
And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
A nice gain of 21 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go.
They'll set up to throw. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. More from Minneapolis after this. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Ohio! Check three. Here we go! Ohio!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they'll run it here. And this play goes nowhere. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Here we go!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And now the rookie's free. He's at the 40. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And on 2nd and 10 now. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
The offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to throw now on 1st down. The left side caught by Diggs. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Back to throw. And Diggs has it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's able to find Diggs. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. One receiver left, 2 to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. It's the fullback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They're going to run this with a tight end. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The play clock's running down. Here's Newton now on second down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Time running out here on the play clock. He'll get it running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Play clock winding down. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll look to throw here. Pass incomplete. Michael Pruitt, the big tight end, is intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Bené Benwickery on the tackle.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here we go with 2nd and 7. Shift together here from the D-line. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go. 1, 9, flex round, Ohio.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So now here's the kicker, Andrew Franks, in a pressure spot. And Frank's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And the Panthers coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Funches with a catch over the middle. 15 yards through the air and a first down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
They set up the screen to Rawls. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
First down, it's Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. 3rd and long. It's Newton. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taking it about the 16. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll drop the throw. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Back to throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Come on, let's go. What? None. Ohio. There we go.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. Back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. First down, this is Rawls. And able to push his. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Rawls again. And he'll go down at the 28. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now it's Newton. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Panthers have won the football game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Panthers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
Bass and stills in the building, flash the camera.